Hey guys, I'm back today with another video. This one is going to be brought to you by the company Megalook Hair, and today I'm going to be showcasing this Body Wave 613 highlight wig. This is a 13x4 lace frontal area, and guys, I forgot to show the inside of the cap construction, but there are no combs and there's just an area for the removable elastic band. This unit does come curled and you can wear this straight out of the box, but if you know me, then you know I was going to go in and wash the hair. So this is what it looks like, all washed up. It is 20 inches in length and it is 180% in density. Now, I did not have to go in and do any plucking to the front of the hairline, so it already comes pre-plucked. The only thing that I did do was add a little bit of my tint spray to the front so that it could blend in better to my skin. I'm gonna be cutting into the lace on the side. I did end up cutting into some of that stretchy part of the cap. It's okay, it did not interfere with the wig, but I do like for my lace to sit above my ears on the side. And then I'm just gonna work on cutting off the rest of this lace. Now, once again, this is transparent lace. So if you are my complexion or a little bit darker than me, you will have to probably go in and tint your lace. Unless you want to put some powder foundation, then you should be good. And then I'm also going to take some of my wax around this hairline area and use my hot comb just to kind of press everything back because it was looking a bit frizzy. Using the black bottle of this Even Wonder spray, and I'm spraying this on my skin when it comes to the very front of the hairline, and then I'm going to use my rat tail comb to just kind of press everything in because I need this lace to blend down. Now on the sides, I'm going to spray it on top. I just didn't want to worry about any rippling, especially because this cap is a little bit too big for my head. So I'm going to be rocking a curved side part, and I had to really be careful with how I was parting it because I couldn't really see the parting space area. And then I'm going to use my wax and just kind of smooth the top out. The one thing that I do like about this unit is that it was very easy for me to get the top of this flat. The density wasn't too heavy in the parting space area. I'm going to be pulling out a thin amount of hairs because I already knew that I wanted to create some swoops. Of course, if you're not a fan of swoops, baby hairs, whatever you want to call them, you do not have to do this step. And then I'm also going to cut them on and then place my elastic band at the front of the hairline. That way I can work on styling the hair. Hair, I already know would look so pretty straightened out just because of how full it is, but I do want to add some curls, so I'm making sure to go in with a wide tooth comb before I section off the hair, just making sure there's no snags or anything going on. And then I am going to be creating some flat iron curls. Y'all know that's my favorite curl just because I love the look that it gives off. And this did take me some time to curl this hair because the hair was being a little bit tricky. I did have to go in and straighten it out a little bit first, and then I had to go through and curl it. And some of the hair on this one side, the curl just would not take, so I had to keep doing it over a few times. But once it did curl, the curl did look good. Before I curled the very top part, I realized I wanted to add a few layers in. And at first I went like a little bit too short, so I had to fix it up, but it's okay because once I curl that area, it looked really good. Now, once I get to this top also, I'm going to be curling them in smaller sections because I want the curl to be a bit tighter. Head off of camera and curl the rest of the hair. I did my makeup, so now it's time for me to remove this elastic band, and then I'm just going to kind of comb these hairs out. I will be curling them so that I can swoop them a little bit better, and I'm also going to have to cut them down a little bit more too because they are a bit too long. And I use the same spray on the end of my swoop brush, or my edge brush. Why did I call it a swoop brush? I don't know. But I use the same spray that I used to lay the lace down to swoop it into place. I really wish that I would have used mousse because this spray can get a bit sticky. So I had to kind of keep going back and fixing it. My swoopity dupes in place, then I'm going to take some of my powder and put that into the parting space area so that it could look more like scalp because you really couldn't see it. And then I'm also going to take some lighter powder and go around the front of the hairline area. This is also going to help kind of brighten it up, and it's going to take some of that sheen away from that spray that I used. Have to recurl a few pieces from where the clip was kind of causing it to bend at, and then I'm going to go in with my Sleek and Shine serum, and I'm going to be really generous with this serum because this helps with frizziness and flyaways, and the ends of this hair was really frizzy. I will say that this hair was more frizzy than I had to worry about the flyaways. I'm also going to put a little bit of that serum in the front just to kind of take some of the ashy look away, and you can see that this is all starting to come together. Right here, you could definitely tell that I am feeling myself. This came out looking really pretty. Once again, I am rocking the 20-inch, but for some reason, I feel like this is giving me more like 22, maybe even 24. You can see how nice and full this is. I'm gonna make sure to turn around so you guys can see what it looks like. Now, this unit does start at 12 inches, and they offer this in like the 150% density, and then it goes all the way up to 30 inches. You can also get this unit in a 5x6, a 5x5, and also a 4x4 closure. I also noticed towards the back of the parting space area, some of the cap was showing, so I went pretty far back with trying to get as much parting as I could. But guys, make sure you stay tuned after this to hear my final thoughts when it comes to this wig. This cute style fool you, okay? Because your girl had to put in some work. I am usually not one to let a wig try to play me, but I had to tussle with this one to get it to look like this. It took me a couple of tries of curling. It took me to trim some ends down to get this look. In my opinion, I feel like this is definitely going to be on the higher maintenance side, especially with this color. You just are not going to be able to throw this one on and think you're just going to walk about the house. No ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. If you're looking for a certain look, then this might work for you. Use my Even adhesive spray in the black bottle to adhere the lace down. Also went in and tinted the very front of my lace. I did wash this hair straight out of the package. It did come curl, but I decided to wash it. I didn't bleach the knots or anything. So I feel like once you put your powder in, I think you'll be fine. You don't have to go in and do any bleaching because the knots are small. So I had to go around the hairline area and add some powder in because of the tint spray. When it dried down, it came off just a little bit too dark. So I went in with a lighter powder, and then to open the parting space up because you couldn't even really see the parting space. So that powder definitely helped to make it look more scalp-like. I wanted a layered curl look, so I went in with my flat iron, and y'all, this side was giving me the blues because it was taking me too long to curl the hair because I had to straighten it first and then I curled it. And when I was trying to curl it, it just felt really tough to get the curling iron around it. This side I didn't have any issues with, but this side I did. I also noticed more frizziness on the side, especially towards the ends. I had to go in and trim the ends down because they are looking like they've already been through it. So This side I didn't have to though. It was just this side. So I don't know what it is about this side today. I also cut some layers in the very front to get this look. And I did have to go through and recurl the hair a few times. I was doing my makeup, some of the curls dropped towards the back. The front of this has stayed curled pretty good, but it was just like in the back area. It gets some shedding with this unit, and I also received some tangles. I think I received any low density wig with Megalook hair. They've all been pretty full, the ones that I can remember that I've reviewed. But yeah, this one is, like I said, gonna be some high maintenance. You're gonna get some snags with this. Also some frizziness. I didn't know a lot of flyaways. The frizziness is not too bad in this area. It's just towards the ends where I noticed it was super frizzy and it was really starting to snag at. Let's talk about this cap. It is too big on my head, okay? It is too big. Now they did have an area where you can include an elastic band, like a removable one, but I didn't put it on, especially because I knew I was gonna spray it. But I have so much room back here. It would have been nice if they included a comb in the nape area. I don't care about combs like right here on the side, and it's very rare that I use combs anyway, but at least put one in the nape area so I can try to control, you know, it hiking up. I can attach it to the hair that I do got in the back of my head. But yeah, it's a little bit too big. And then I noticed right here, what you guys seen when I put my head down, that if you decide to utilize most of the parting space and go back far, you are gonna see some tracks, and it is a little bit lighter in that area. So you want to make sure to kind of put some hair and cover it up so you don't have to worry about that. What you guys think about this unit? Are you feeling it? I'm loving the color on myself. I think it's blended pretty well. I just feel like it's more on the high maintenance side. So if you do not want to do a lot of work, then you might want to check out some other units on their site. If you are feeling this one, I am going to make sure to leave links down below in the description area. Guys, do not forget to subscribe to my channel, turn those notifications on, share and like this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.